In the part 1 of this video, I had described how Manthara, the maid to Kaikeyi, who was the favorite queen of King Dashratha, was able to persuade her to go against Rama's anointment as the crown prince. Once Kaikeyi had been convinced, she told Manthara, "You have talked about my interest most wisely. I shall not overrule your advice. If it was not for you, the king would have succeeded in his devious plan. I could never have seen through his game. When Bharat has been anointed as the Yuvaraj and Rama has departed for the forest, I shall dress your hump in strings of pure gold." Mathura was a hunchback. "I shall make sure your body glows with sandalwood and your forehead gleams with a tilak of gold. Dressed thus, you will walk like a Devangana." An elated Manthara, writes Valmiki, advised the queen not to waste any more time, as Rama's anointment had to be forestalled under any circumstances. Kaikeyi was advised to take off her jewels and royal dress, put on rags, and roll in the dust of the floor of the Kop Bhavana. A determined Kaikeyi declared to Manthara, "I am least interested in valuable clothes, pearls, and ornaments. I shall end my life if Rama is made the Yuvaraj. If the king does not agree to his immediate banishment, I shall give up soft beds, garlands of flowers, sandal paste, betel leaves, royal meals, and all other riches and comforts. I shall even deny my body to the king." Addressing Manthara thus and having fallen for the hunchback's words completely, Kaikeyi changed into rags and lay on bare earth in a lonely, dark, unfurnished room. She looked like the dark sky devoid of stars. She rolled on the floor in grief as if struck by a poisonous arrow. She inhaled and exhaled hot air in long breaths like a serpent. Remarkable similes. Exhausted, she soon fell asleep. Following his routine, Dashrath walked from his court into Kaikeyi's lavish palace while going into the inner chambers. The palace resounded with noises made by peacocks, herons, royal swans, and parrots. There were picture galleries all around. Champaka and Ashoka trees provided foliage and fragrance. Several maids moved about awaiting orders. The palace was full of artifacts made of ivory, gold, and silver. Notice the level of civilization described by Valmiki. The fragrance of sumptuous meals being cooked in the kitchen heightened the pleasure of the king. However, while the king longed for Kaikeyi's young body, she was not in the chamber. Her luxurious bed was unoccupied. I have included a British Museum painting to show this. This was the first instance of Kaikeyi's absence at the time of her husband's arrival. Dashrath was concerned and inquired about her whereabouts. He was informed of her lying angry and forlorn in the Kop Bhavan, the house of angry people. Dashrath was an old man, while Kaikeyi was at the bloom of her youth, writes Valmiki. While he was pure at heart, she had planned an evil design. On the bare floor of the Kop Bhavan, the queen lay like a creeper sliced at the root. Look at the image. A creeper sliced at the root, lifeless. Heartbroken, like a Devangana fallen from the skies. Her beauty could not be hidden, even by rags. Like a massive elephant lovingly caressing his mate, who, having been pierced by the arrow of a hunter, lies supine, the lustful king lovingly tried to lift his wife into his arms. He was afraid of her rejection as much as of her words. Fondling her, writes Valmiki, he addressed her in a loving voice. "I cannot imagine that you are angry with me. Have you been insulted by anyone? Has Anyone denounced you? Kalyani. Why do you hurt me by rolling in dust on the ground? Your beauty shakes my resolve wherever I look at you. Tell me if you are sick, for I have at my command several competent physicians. They will look after you. Devi, do not weep. Do not starve your body. I am willing to lay down my life for you. My beloved, tell me, what do you desire? I swear by all the good deeds that I have done that I shall carry out your wishes. I rule the entire earth where the sun shines. I am the suzerain of the prosperous Dravid, Sindhu, Sauvir, Saurashtra, the Dakshin Bharat, Angadesh, Magad, Matsya, Kashi and Kaushala. Take any of their wealth, grain, animals, horses, cows, goats and sheep. Why do you suffer like this? Listening to the king's assurances, Kekai decided to drive her evil intentions home to him. Put a wedge into his body. While the old man was lusting after her youth, she addressed him in a harsh voice. Deva, nobody has insulted me or humiliated me. However, I want you to fulfill a desire of mine. If you agree to abide by me, say so, and make a firm commitment. I shall reveal my intent thereafter. How clever! The doting king, who desperately wanted her, lifted her head and placed it in his lap. He said, barring Rama, I love you more than any other human being. I swear by Ram that I shall satisfy your desire. Mark the irony. He is swearing by Ram to fulfill her desire to banish Ram. Whatever that may be, tell me. You have no reason to doubt my word. Do not underestimate my love for you, my darling. Being satisfied that the king was under her sway completely, Kaikeyi expressed her intentions, holding Indra and all other gods as witnesses. Her words were as frightening as they were evil. It was like the presence of Yamaraj, the god of death. Be a witness, O gods, the sun, the moon, and all others, that the truthful, glorious king, the upholder of dharma, a man of pious conduct, Maharaja Dashrath, has made a promise to grant my wishes. Addressing the king, she continued, Rajan, remember how once upon a time, working hard through the night, I had saved your life on the battlefield. At that moment, you had granted me 2 boons, which I kept in safe custody to be used at an opportune moment. O mighty king, today I seek the fulfillment of the same promises. You had granted the boons yourself, and if you fail me, I shall kill myself. I shall commit suicide. Whatever preparations you have made for the anointment of Rama must be diverted to another son. Our son, Bharat, your beloved son. Secondly, banish the gentle Ram to Dandaka Aranya, to the forest. Dressed in bark and deerskin like a tapasvi, he must live before sunrise. Please so arrange his departure that I can witness his leaving the city. You are the king of kings, as you say. Be truthful to your promise and safeguard the nobility and illustrious name of your lineage and ancestors. Tapasvis advise us that truth is the highest virtue and that truth alone looks after us in the other world. What words? She is emoting and she is appealing to his pious intentions, to his duty towards her, to fulfill promises made long ago. This was the game plan. How it succeeded, we'll take up in the videos relating to Rama banished to Dandaka Aranya. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram.